You got to put it on your feet, though. Take a shower, rub it on your feet.
Good evening from Hudson. Zaleski Sports presents WIAA playoff hockey and a great matchup tonight in Division I between the 5-seed Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's and the number 4 seed, the Hudson Raiders. I'm Bob Bradovich. This is Mike Schwengler, former Old Abe's head coach, current Team Wisconsin coach. Mike, if you're looking for a regional final matchup around the state, this is one that's going to draw some eyeballs because you're talking about two very successful programs in the Old Abe's and the Raiders.
And a lot of history that goes along with it. I mean, these are two teams. Hudson's come off a few state championships. They've struggled a little bit late, and we'll get into that a little bit more. And the Abes, they're looking to carve their way. They've struggled to get out of this game the last few years, and Coach Schemberger seems to have his team focused in the right direction.
Eau Claire Memorial has made 18 trips to state, 2 state titles. You were behind the bench for both of those, 08 and 13. Hudson Raiders have made 14 trips to state, 6 state titles. All of those titles have been in this century, last coming when they went back-to-back in 21 and 22. Let's talk about this year's Old Abe's team. They're coming off that one-sided win on Tuesday against the East Merrill United Co-op. All things considered, a lot of things went well for the Abes in that game. Nobody got hurt. Didn't lose anybody for penalty situations or anything like that. And a lot of guys got involved in the scoring. Can any of that translate into what was yesterday's practice and tonight's game?
Well, I think the confidence factor is huge. And the last game we did, they're starting to get a little bit of balanced scoring. You're getting some guys scoring goals. Wonky got one the other night. Senko's had a couple points. It hasn't been the Diggins-Pancratz show, although they're the ones that are doing all the heavy lifting, and they should be because they're that talented. But overall, I think tonight's game is going to be based on how long Memorial has to play in their own zone. If they can get the puck out, slash some guys, getting some guys behind Hudson's defense, but they're going to get a few chances to score. Now, whether they score or not on those rushes, that's another story.
Hudson won both of the regular season matchups. Big Rivers Conference play. It was a 5-4 win for the Raiders at Hobbs Ice Center. That was back on December 17th. And then on February 4th here at Hudson, a game that totally got away from the Old Abes. The Raiders won it 12-0. What do the Abes have to do better and maybe exercise some of those demons the way they felt the last time they were in this building?
Well, I talked with Coach Schemberger after, and he said it was just like a blitzkrieg. Oops one, and then a mistake, a turnover, and then it just steamrolled from there. And you know what? I think the teams are more evenly matched to the 5-4 game versus obviously a blowout. But it's going to be an exciting game. The fans are packing it in. It's going to be a full house. Both teams are excited. It should be a good one tonight.
Mike, the Big Rivers Conference, all conference teams came out this week, and you can take a look at that. There's a lot of Eau Claire guys and there's a lot of Hudson guys on that. So in terms of matchups, what's going to be important in those matchups tonight?
Well, Hudson's going to have last change, and Coach Singerhouse does a nice job with his bench. They're very well balanced. They have a lot of scoring. Their defensemen have 20-plus points. They got a lot of guys that are scoring goals and making plays. So I think they're going to be comfortable with their 1-2 versus shutting down Pancratz and Diggins. The Abes, they are who they are, and they got to get the puck out of the zone. I can't stress it enough. If they can alleviate that pressure, Hudson's a team that's going to manufacture in-zone offense, and they're going to grind. If the Abes start switching sides and it's a soft switch, Hudson's going to eat them up. But if they can get the puck up and out in transition, Pancratz is going to get some chances. Diggins is going to create and get some chances. And then you have those the Onemans, the Wonkies, all these guys, that second and third tier, Carnitzes. There's going to be shot rebound opportunities.
Herrick and Hart Law Office has been on the side of the injured since 1951. Find them at eauclairlaw.com. You talk about Gabe Pancratz, Mac Diggins, the two scoring leaders for the Old Abes this year. You touch on some of the other guys that need to step up. Goaltending tonight's going to be really important. We've seen both of these guys, Evan Madsen for the Abes, Owen Pressure for the Raiders, have really good games and then some other games that didn't go so well.
Well, let's talk on the Hudson side first. They've uncharacteristically given up some big goals, and a lot of them in the last couple of weeks. They gave up a bushel basket full to New Richmond and River Falls, and the Abes, they kind of stemmed that tide. After that blowout, they've kind of settled in a little bit. Madsen settled in. He's made some big saves when he's needed to, and and they haven't given up a ton of goals. So there's some confidence there. Goaltending, confidence is sexy, and it looks like Madsen. Hopefully he's going to be on his best game tonight.
Admission to an event is a privilege.
You know, starting fast, you know, coaches, we in the media always talk about that. For Eau Claire Memorial, what does that look like? Does that mean trying to, you know, get something going early in those shifts, or does that mean just kind of trying to stem the tide for a little bit, get settled in, get all your lines out there, and just keep this as a close game?
Well, I think with the Abes, there is a definite discrepancy in the rosters. So if you're Eau Claire Memorial, if you got a chance to get the puck in deep, you get the puck in deep. I don't know that they're going to go with 2 guys on the puck. I'm assuming they'll probably go with more of a 1-2-2. Defenseman can back out. If you're the Raiders, all their defensemen can go. They can all skate. Henry Steele's a bona fide stud. They're going to look to jump up and get involved. And even we look back, Bob, we did the first game of the year, and Hudson generated in-zone offense on getting the pucks from other sides, and they got chances to score. So we got to look for that tonight.
You had a chance, right when we got here, Mike, shortly after 6 p.m., you had a little chance to talk to Jeff Schenberger. How's he feeling? This is his, as a head coach, this is his first road playoff test.
Right, and he's excited, obviously. It's his first chance to be the head guy, and we basically talked about it. If you can keep this game close for as long as possible, they're going to make the other team, it doesn't matter who you're playing, they're going to make mistakes. They're going to press a little bit, but the key is the opportunity. If you get the chance, you got to capitalize. And coming down, if you get a 2-on-1, you got to get a shot, rebound opportunity, or you can't miss the net. If you get an open net scoring chance, you got to finish. But more so, to me, it comes back again. It's first touch. You got to get that puck up and out. If Hudson consistently has to go back and get the puck, they're not coming at you and they're not grinding in zone offense opportunities.
This should be a lot of fun. Mike, we were here last year for the sectional final between Chippewa Falls and Stevens Point. We didn't get treated to this pregame spectacle. The Raiders, you're doing it up. It's like a college-type atmosphere with the flashing lights and the young man with the with the flag. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Well, it's a one-school program. It is. They can do whatever they want here.
Eau Claire Memorial, Hudson Raiders coming up. But right now, our national anthem. Very nice rendition of our national anthem. We are just about ready to drop the puck in this one. The 5-seed Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, the number 4-seed Hudson Raiders. Raiders in their home whites. Blue logo on the front, blue numerals, blue trim on the jersey and on the helmets, the white helmets, the blue breezers. Eau Claire Memorial in the road purple jerseys with the white numerals, black and white trim, the black breezers, and the black helmets. We've got a great atmosphere here at the Drewiski Arena. Shout out to the Drewiski family, the late Karen Drewiski, who I got to know over the years, her husband Dave, and obviously their boys who both played hockey here. Davis, obviously a Wisconsin Badger, where he got to be teammates with one of your former players, Jake Dowell.
Yeah, and Josh Engel, and I've had the opportunity to visit with Davis. He did a great job coaching Hudson, won some state championships here as well. So I'm sure he's in the building here somewhere hiding out.
In the draw for the face-off circle. That Joey Score for Hudson. Wyatt Seymour for the Old A's. Puck is dropped. We are underway. Hudson controls. This is Henry Steele. Works it over to Eric Paul. Abe's able to push it back in the Raider zone. Stretch pass to neutral ice, deflected in. And it comes right in on the goaltender, Evan Manson. He will cover up. Just like these players bring their best to the rink, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. From roofing projects to siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit Ridgetop Exteriors. Score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Raiders hold the zone. They will rim it around with Joey Score. On the near side, it's Brooks Adderhold. Down low. Raiders trying to cycle the puck. And Mike, you talked about this in the pregame. Abe's needing to get the puck out of their own zone.
It's huge. If you play around with it, you're going to get beat.
Abe's will get it out to neutralize. Here's Pankratz. Pankratz will shoot it in. Diggins giving chase. The Raider lost an edge. Diggins to Pankratz. Pankratz from a sharp angle. Stick save by pressure.
The Pankratz, 2-3 goals. The first game we played, he just threw pucks to the net and they found the holes. He had a couple rippers as well. It's a nice shot.
There's a shot from the point from Hayes. He got a nice pass from Diggins. Now Diggins will come off. Line change. Bouncing puck. Evan Manson will hang on. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office, and they take most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they are changing lives one smile at a time. Call their Marshfield office to set up a free consultation today.
So here begins the chess match. Hudson's got their top line over the Abe's number 3 line.
In the slot, there's a shot by Mike Maurer that didn't quite get to the net. Here's Maurer behind the net. Spins away from a defenseman. Wanted to throw it out front. Abe's able to poke the puck out of the zone. Here comes Blake Oneman. Oneman around the defenseman. Oneman shoots just wide. Best scoring chance in the early stages of this first period. Here come the Raiders now with Mike Maurer. Throws it far side. Now Oneman picks it up again. Oneman with the head of speed. Oneman around a defender. Blake Oneman to the backhand. Big save pressure. 2 great scoring chances from this second line for the A's.
Well, I tell you what, Oneman turned both Hudson defensemen, 2 different ones, inside out. Had great scoring chances on both of them.
Peeling back in his zone end now for the A's. Pass to neutral ice off the skates of Wonky. Now he'll head off at a change. Hudson will backhand it deep into the zone. Brooks Adderhold giving chase. Now along the far boards, not out. Flipped in on that far side by Eric Palm, the defenseman. And that one winds up in the netting, so we get a stoppage. Mancino's Grinders and Pizza, locally owned and operated. They have been a family tradition for more than 27 years. For the best hot sandwich in town, grab a grinder at Mancino's, conveniently located just off of Business Highway 53 and Claremont Avenue in Eau Claire.
Good back and forth action early here. 14-24, less than the first period, Bob.
First line back out there for the Abes. Here's Adderhold trying to throw one on net. Abes get it to Diggins. Diggins flips it ahead, a little too far for Pankratz. Raiders looking to regroup with Eric Palm. Pass up the far side goes awry. Here's Troutline. Troutline wanted to get it to Diggins. Pushed back into the Raiders' end where Eric Palm will pick up the puck.
Bob, Abes are going with a 1-2-2 forecheck, which it works terrifically if everybody's moving at the right spot. It's not a pressure forecheck, it's more of a slide and cut off passing lanes.
Schemberger backhands it in. Here's Diggins. Diggins to Pankratz on the half wall. Diggins throws it, or check that. Pankratz wanted to get it to Diggins in the slot. Held in by Kruschke. Flipped out of the zone by the Raiders. Kruschke will go back for it. Kruschke, Schemberger, Oneman loses a glove. He's able to scoop that up. Abe's doing a good job on the forecheck. Raiders looking to regroup in their own end. Jackson Busta. Diggins on the forecheck. Stretch pass near side. Here comes Wilbauer trying to pick that upper left corner. Shot it wide. Best scoring opportunity for the Raiders.
Krush got caught watching the puck, and Maurer got behind him. Good thing was that they missed the net. That's a great scoring chance, and it's a 1+ for the Abes.
Sprider, they're able to knock the puck off his stick. Raiders regain possession. Comes out to the point now. Here's Busta the shot. That didn't miss by much. Held in far side by Logan DeStasio. Abe's able to get it out. And here comes Oneman. Able to get around one guy, but not a second. Abe's will dump in. And the Raiders will look to regroup in their own end. A lot of action early on, no score. Here's Karnitz, got it knocked off his stick. Picked up now and neutralized by Lossman. Here's Carter Hayes pushing it forward. Hope free, Caden Sprider back for the Raiders. He'll dump in. Lossman back for it, sweeps around far side and out. Raiders regrouping and neutralized with Henry Steele. Taken away by the Abes, taken right back by the Raiders and Brady Swanson. Yeah, that's an icing on the Raiders. Well, Mike, your early impressions of this one?
Well, you can see things are changing as the game is going quickly. We're only, five-ish, 6 minutes in. Abes are dedicating themselves to the 1-2-2, which against a team like Hudson with your personnel, that's what they need to do. The problem is they have to make sure their 2 and 3 guys are above Hudson's guys. Hudson, after 2 shifts, they started sending a guy out of the zone to bring that Abe defenseman out to clear out this whole area between blue and red. So the Abes can't let a guy get behind them, but they're going to get some chances in cutting off. The interesting thing, Bob, we got to keep an eye on is Palm's a forward. Eric Palm was a forward, but the last couple games he's been playing defense.
Ooh, a shot by Diggins and a stick save by Pressure. Yeah, I had a chance to talk briefly with Charlie Singerhouse before the game, and he said that, yeah, they moved some guys around. They moved Palm back. They moved a couple guys up. So it's, work in progress like you often see at every level of hockey.
The problem is you got Oneman coming down, you doing dipsy doodle, skating 100 miles an hour. It's tough to judge.
Schemberger will sweep it around. Near side, Abe's able to skate out. That pass intercepted. Henry Steele is knocked off his stick. Now Pankratz around one defender, got spun around. Scooped up now by Bullis. Will play it around the near side. Adderhold able to get it out. Poke free. Here comes Swarbrick, but all the way down ice. We get a whistle. 10:51 remaining.
So the puck comes up. Diggins chips it to Seymour. He starts to move. He feels the pressure. He tries to make a pass. Turns it over. What I liked about what Seymour did, he stopped on his turnover. He didn't go for a big skate. 2 hard back skates, and he picks up the puck again and makes up for his mistake. That's attention to detail on the defensive side of the puck.
Cinco on the draw for the Abes. Picked up by the Raiders. Busto will swing it around far side. Here's Swanson. Swanson will dump it in deep. Chasing after it, Henry Coleman sends it out front. Good stick work by Oneman. Oneman heading back the other way. Blake Oneman on the near side. That's off the skates of Wonky. He skated into the corner. Flipped around far side, held in by Lossman. Tucker Lossman, whiffed on that shot. Going back for Memorial is Carter Hayes. Hayes will throw it up to Wonky. Battling for it, Wyatt Cinco. Hayes will play it off the glass and out. Wonky, gain the red line, dump in, that line comes off. Third line out there for the Abes. Hulse centering Karnitz and Flannery. Sent down ice by the Raiders, and we got another icing on Hudson. Whether it is skiing, hockey, or basketball this winter, Shepke Chiropractic has got your back. For all your sports-related injuries, you can rely on Shepke Chiropractic to get you back in the game. Visit them online at ShepkeChiropractic.com.
This is a matchup that definitely favors Hudson with Sprider's line against Hull's line. Both are fresh.
Abe's win the faceoff. Shot comes in from Mason Flannery, and a glove save by Owen Pressure.
But you know, it's like you don't have last change, so you can't just roll 7 and 10 out there every other shift. You're going to be gassed. All the Aves have to do is not play in their own zone.
Turnover by the Raiders, and Karnitz with some hard work nearly had himself a wraparound. Raiders gain possession at neutral ice. Pass near side, a little too far for Henry Steele. He'll play it around. Krischke moving the puck forward. Here's an opportunity for the Aves. Karnitz skating hard. Eric Karnitz throws it out front. Nobody in a purple jersey was there, but good work by Karnitz. He bumps the guy off the puck. Pankratz has it. Pankratz fires. Sticked away by Pressure, the goaltender. Near corner, Will Mauer. Neutral ice. Raiders will skate in. And trying to drive the net that time was Sprider. He got spun around. Good entry pass by Mauer. Pankratz pushes the puck forward. Diggins in a foot race. Bullis gets there first for the Raiders. Up the near wing. Comes back to Bullis. He plays it in deep. Troutline will play it around. Pankratz gets it out of the zone. Raiders will look to get it right back in, and they do. Lossman going after it for the Aves. Behind the net, here's Troutline. He'll throw it back around to Lossman. Raiders pinching, able to control the puck. Shot comes in from the near point. Spencer Bullis, glove save by Evan Manson.
So I like what both teams are doing. Hudson's going to get some chances. They're too good of a team not to get some pressure, and they're going to get some chances. But on the flip side, you know, like I said, you have all three lines. If you can just get the puck out of the zone, you're going to get some chances. Karnitz outworked Palm on that faceoff. He had a chance on the side of the net. And if Hudson's going to come out, as long as you can outnumber them coming out of your own zone, you're in good shape.
Aves win a face-off, pass far side, a little too far for Oneman, sent right back in by the Raiders. Pankratz picks up the puck. Throws it toward the middle of the ice, wanted to get it to Wonky. Oneman battling for the puck along those far boards. Pankratz dishes out a big check. Sends Logan DeStasio to the ice. Wonky trying to hold the puck in the zone. That one flipped out. Gathered up now by Carter Hayes. Hayes at his own blue line. Wonky deflects it in deep. Second line now out there for the Aves. Senko centering on him and Wonky. Quickly back the other way. Poke check by Karnitz. Puck along the boards right below us. Poke free. Here's Will Mauer. He's got a man out front. Aves interrupt that one. Aves kind of bunched up in their own end. Looking to get the puck free. Aves in the middle of a line change. Hudson looking to cycle the puck. Mike Mauer down low. Aves able to clear it out of the slot. Held in on the far side by Palm. Eric Palm pushes it down low. Hops a stick, and now the Aves with Karnitz. Will flip it out of the zone. Good stick work by the Raiders. Mike Mauer poked it free, but old Aves will get to the puck first. Well,
go ahead, Bob.
Eric Palm will play it in deep.
Aves are doing nice. You can see what they've practiced. We haven't seen them do this high wall, this consistent, and this good. And in talking, you and I have talked about this. It alleviates pressure. Now, you got to clean up your turnovers at the blue line, but you play high, you play quick, you chip the puck out, and you don't try and do everybody else's job.
Puck takes a strange carom off the end boards. Raiders able to clear. On the near wall, Joey Score. Aves flip it in. Mac Diggins going after it for Memorial. Diggins in the corner, centering pass. One-timer shot right over the net. Wyatt Seymour had a good look there. Cross-ice pass. Taken away by the Raiders and Eric Palm. Diggins. His got deflected. Shot by Pankratz was just wide.
That's 4 times. Abe's have missed the net. They got to hit the net, at least get the rebound out of these.
Here's Diggins to Pankratz. Pankratz shot. Blocker save. Owen pressure. Abe's generating some offense on a relatively consistent basis. Pankratz pokes it free. Throws it out front. Kicked out of there by pressure. Troutline. Throw it off the far boards. Pankratz. Cross ice to Diggins. A little too far for him. Raiders regroup. They head the other way. Brady Swanson trying to split 3 defenders. Swept around by Troutline. Diggins with the puck. Abe's unable to clear the zone, but now picking it up is Troutline. His pass a little too far for Blake Donovan, and we got an icing on the Abes. 4 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options.
Sometimes less is more. Troutline had Sienko right here, 5 feet on Hudson's side of the red line. Give him the simple, easy pass, stick to stick. It's a chip in and it's a pressure.
Abe's able to poke the puck free off that face-off. Played down. Ice, no icing is going back for it is Paul. Taken hard in the boards by Matt Wonke. Here's Henry Steele. Steele weaving his way through the neutral zone. Drops it back. Will Mauer. Abe's gain possession and clear the zone. Will Mauer trying to skate it up. Sprider plays it back to Palm. Off the stick of Mike Mauer. Abe's in their own end with Schemberger. Flips it out. Steele. Here's cross ice. Now here's Mike Mauer. Mauer around a defenseman. Mauer shoots. That one was just wide. Madsen may have gotten a piece of that one. Out to the high slot. Shot from distance. Like Estacio is gloved by the goalie Evan Madsen.
Both teams have had great scoring chances, and both teams have missed the net on their great scoring chances. What I'm liking of both teams, the goaltenders are actually, there's no screen, there's no pressure so defensively, both teams are doing a nice job. Offensively, you got to get more traffic in front of the goaltenders, make them fight through the screens.
Face-off won by the Raiders. They'll work it near side. It's poked free. Here's Mac Diggins. Diggins chips it to Pankratz. Pankratz wanted to get it back to Diggins. Diggins then gets tripped up in the slot. Raiders now with numbers trying to head the other way, but good back check by Pankratz.
We did a game last week, Bob, where there wasn't a lot of back checking, and that makes a world of difference. You have the numbers 3-on-3, and you got back pressure. Pankratz worked his butt off to get back and get that turnover.
Abe's with Kruschke trying to play that forward, sent back in by the Raiders. Hayes giving chase for Memorial. Rims around near side. Here's Diggins. Diggins back to Kruschke. Seymour gets a stick on it. Going back, Henry Steele. Under 3 minutes to go, first period. Steele takes a long look. He'll skate out now. Near side. Here's Steele with it. Abe's pick up the puck. Throw it up the near side, intercepted by Will Mauer. Mauer trying to dangle. Will Mauer centers. Good back check that time by the Abes. The Raiders had a guy coming right down the slot.
Yeah, lucky break there. Went out of play. You can see Abes are sticking with it. They're getting the puck up quick. The problem is on the rush, when they sit behind the net, Hudson's going to bring that guy up to the far blue line, and he's going to cut. Abe's defensemen are covering that. What the Memorial has to keep tabs on is that backside defenseman jumping up and creating numbers.
Centered out front. They went for the one-timer on Sprider, but again, Abe's defenseman did just enough. Keep that from being a grade A scoring chance. Karnitz now for the Abes. Cross ice, Ottoman. Ottoman the shot. Glove saved by Owen Pressure.
Karnitz sniffed that out right away. It's set play, quick curl and twist, and Karnitz just essentially kind of tackled him, to be honest, but he shut down that shot down here on the other end. He creates a breakout, makes a pass to Onum, nice shot on goal.
Abe's win the draw. Send it out to Lossman. They play it down deep. Onum going after it with Henry Steele of the Raiders. Steele will throw it around behind the net. We're under 2 minutes to go. Steele again with it. He'll set up shop, and now stretch pass up the near side. Got it on the stick of Maurer, but the Abes able to come right back. Lossman. He gets sandwiched and taken down hard. Back the other way come the Raiders. Eric Palm with a lot of speed. He's knocked off his skates. Sent in deep by the Raiders, picked up by Schemberger. He finds Oneman. Thrown back into the Abe zone. Will Maurer couldn't quite catch up with it. Now an Abe's player winds up on the ice. Held in far point. Sent in deep. Line change. Partial line change for the Raiders with under a minute to go. Pankratz. Not a lot of room to neutralize. He gets taken down. Abe fans want a penalty, and they play on.
Yeah, the hook, the backside hook is what hauled him down. Probably could have been a call.
Diggins. Around a defender. Mac Diggins down low. Gets it over to Pankratz. Diggins gains possession. Wanted to get it out to Kruschke. Kruschke hassled down there. Gets it over on the near side. Abe's looking to pick up the loose puck, and they do. Sent in deep by Seymour. Final seconds of this first period. That shot didn't quite get there. There's a shot and they score!
Bad bounce off the wall. If you're Hudson, if you're Memorial, perfect bounce. It settles down in front of Pankratz, and from our angle, we couldn't have a better angle. Pressure didn't see that puck. He had a defenseman in front of him and a forward. Nobody came out on Pankratz, and he had that perfectly placed shot. The goaltender didn't move. He didn't see it. It went right past all three guys.
Gabe Pankratz, his second goal of the postseason, his 27th goal of the season. 1-0 Memorial in the final seconds of this first period. Now we got a Raiders player, Will Maurer, having a hard time getting off the ice as the buzzer sounds. So a late period goal by Eau Claire Memorial gives them a 1-0 lead, Mike.
Well, entertaining first period, there's no question. Abe's had, maybe surprisingly, they had the better of the chances on him. And 2 breaks, he turned the defenseman inside out, and him and the goalie didn't get the shots to the net, missed the net, but he created some great offense. Wonky has fit in nicely. We've seen him play from anywhere from spot shift on the first line, second to third. That line's gone. Sanko's a smart little hockey player. Like I said, they're going to get their chances getting those chips and guys slashing in the neutral zone. Can you convert? What I like about what Memorial's done in the offensive zone, they're not taking stupid risks. They're going to settle in. They're going to play their 1-2-2, and if it's not working, they bring their third guy, their high guy back, and they're going to come out 3. Now, it's 3-on-3. You add the goalie, now it's 3-on-4. If you make Hudson chuck it from the cheap seats, Madsen's going to make those saves. The flip side is you have to account for their Hudson's backside defensemen because they're going to start to jump and they're going to start create. Hudson wants to get some chaos. They're going to go in, they're going to talk about it, they're going to try and figure out a way to get some chaos. If you're the Abes, keep it simple. Puck goes in, puck goes right back up, get the thing out of the zone. You can't pressure when you don't have the puck.
No matter what your everyday life looks like, Fleet Farm has got you covered at the best prices guaranteed. Auto, pet, bird, farm, snack. Fleet Farm has everything you need, all at the lowest prices. Mike and I will take an extended break. When we come back, we'll review first period scoring and stats. You are watching WIAA Boys Hockey Playoffs on Zaleski Sports.
I got to take off my shoe for the big announcement, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't smell too much. Got to freshen up a little bit of salt on the toe there. So there. So we put that there. We bring that logo on like that. Dame Lillard shoes, Milwaukee Bucks, NBA basketball player. Everybody knows what a huge NBA fan I am.
Right.
Here I am now. I was there for Game 6 of the Bucks championship a few years ago. And
were you at the game, or were you in the
I was at
the
Skeeter
mob
Notices.
outside?
I was at Skeeter Notices. Milwaukee
okay.
Bucks, NBA basketball player. Everybody knows what a huge Milwaukee Bucks, NBA basketball player. Everybody knows what a huge NBA fan I am.
Right.
Here I am now. I was there for Game 6 of the Bucks championship a few years ago. And
were you at the game, or were you in the
I was at
the
Skeeter
mob
Notices.
outside?
I was at Skeeter Notices, which
Okay.
was a great place to watch the game. We had such a fun time that night over at S&O's. You've been there a number of times. Yeah,
for sure. We threw bags there. We lost a lot of games.
We threw the bags.
Yeah, we lost a lot of games there this summer.
We threw the bags. Well, we won some, but we lost. We threw the bags. The Zaleski Sports and Milwaukee Bucks are partnering here in a few weeks to bring basketball games from the Fiserv around the state, and we've got a 5-game lineup. I'm just going to say, I mean, I don't brag a whole lot. I don't think. Maybe sometimes I do, but we were selected. The Milwaukee Bucks called us and said, hey, we got to have you, Zaleski Sports. We are infatuated with what you do, just like the rest of the state is, and we got to have you at these games. Can you please come here and help us out?
When they called,
yeah,
did it come in as spam and go to voicemail?
No, it came in as Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I thought, I better answer this one. No, it was Jill from the Milwaukee Bucks got a hold of us, and we've been working. Well, I'll tell you, we've been working with Jill, and we've been working with Cassie for the last couple weeks to get this thing all hammered out here.
The Deer District, that's what it is.
Yeah. So okay, so right, this is the Deer District Prep Showcase, and this all happens on February 8th. That's a Saturday. Kohler and Lake Mills.
These are good games.
I'm saying. I mean,
Yeah.
we are very honored to be selected by the Milwaukee Bucks. So much so, I take off my shoe for them.
I like it.
Hortonville at Oconomowoc, Racine Park in Milwaukee Juneau, Stevens Point at Sun Prairie East, and Kettle Moraine and Nicolay. Got 10 of the finest boys basketball programs in the state.
Yeah.
And 5 games. All the action on February 8th starts at 10 a.m. Keep track of the schedule at ZaleskiSports.com.
Is Mark Miller's name on this?
It is not.
And if it isn't, he's jealous, I guarantee.
We are co-hosting, if you want to say it like that, with the Wilson brothers at WIS Sports. Okay. And a matter of fact, Travis and I will be on an interview together here in a couple weeks, and you'll find that talk right on all the regular channels that you all listen to, watch all the time.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Travis Wilson.
And we are a friend of what they do.
So we put that there.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Welcome back to the Drisky Arena in Hudson, getting set to start the second period of this WIAA Division I Boys Hockey Regional Final. Your score heading into that second period, Eau Claire Memorial 1, Hudson 0. The Old Abes getting a goal from Gabe Pankratz at the 16:50 mark. of that period. The assist to Carter Hayes. All in all, Mike, a pretty solid period for the Old A's.
And they did everything they needed to do. They quieted the pressure. They didn't allow Hudson to get out and grind on them. They made sure pucks got out, alleviate pressure all over the ice, keep the game simple.
Hudson it over. Mac Diggins pushed off the puck. Good defensive play by Henry Steele. Abe's got that late period goal, looking for a early goal right here and start the second. Abe's at neutral ice. Schemberger will poke it in deep. Giving chase on that near side is Diggins. Diggins trying to play it out to Seymour. Loose down low, swept around the board, scooped up there by Steele. They'll flip it off the glass and down. Raiders will give chase. They win a puck battle. It's sliding over as the other defenseman, Lossman. Diggins able to get it to Pankratz. Pankratz gains the red line, dumps in. Skating after it down low is DeStasio. Deflected in on the near boards by Caden Sprider. Race for the puck. Raiders get the puck. Couple shots at it. Evan Madsen standing tall in the nets, and that shot winds up in the netting. So after that Abe chance early in the period, good shift there from the Hudson Raiders.
And it's good to see Maurer back out. He was kind of hobbling at the end of the period. He's back out. He created an offensive chance there. Abe's got in front of pucks. You block a shot, and then you get your stick on a puck, and you get a deflection out of the zone. Shut it down, get the face off, settle things down. You know, Bob, as this game's going, you can tell that, I know Luke Schemberger went back after he got hurt and started playing, before he got hurt and started playing some D. He's kind of solidified that defensive core back there. He's making the right reads, the right plays. He can skate, and he's providing a good set of depth.
Good shot that time by Will Maurer, whistled wide. Here's Mike Maurer. Knocked aside by Oneman, sent back in deep by the Raiders. Good effort by that first line. Sprider would have had an opportunity, but it went off his stick. Blake Oneman, who had some good shifts in that first period, plays it in deep for the Abes. Memorial pinching on that far side with Peyton Halls right out front. Good look that time. It was wonky. Abes trying to cycle a puck, but it popped the stick of Blake Oneman.
One for you, one for me. Abe's doing a nice shot block at the net. Hudson comes back, does a great pass by Oneman out to Wonky. Wonky quick, one touch. Hudson's defenseman, I believe, was DeStasio, got in front of that, and nice block. Got some updates, Bob. I'm not a tech guru like you. I'm not a face snapper or a zip line or all that fun stuff. I do it the old-fashioned way. I text. We got a 0-0 after one, Stevens Point, Chippewa.
How about that?
And then there's another kind of important game in the hockey world going on tonight, and evidently McKinnon just scored, made it 1-0 for Canada.
Weren't you saying on the drive over that he was one of the guys that had to pick it up?
He was very disappointing, in my opinion, in the first game, so yeah, hopefully they're firing on all cylinders. Being a Canadian, I got to cheer for my homeland.
Okay, well, I think you'll get opposition from
everybody in this area and everywhere else. Yeah.
No, but you know what? It's great for hockey.
It is.
And just the buzz that it's created, and it coincides with these WIAA playoffs. I think just good energy and just good for the sport.
Absolutely.
Abe's able to poke that one out of the zone. Going back is Henry Steele. Here's Steele. Steele throws it right on net. Madsen the save. Abe's able to clear. Raiders doing a good job of getting pucks on net and then just cracking the net. Stretch pass to the Abes, and it's ruled offside. Wyatt Seymour looking for a breakaway there.
I think he got caught just a little high. It's a tough one because that's extremely long. I mean, that was below the top of the circles to the far blue line, and Seymour was coming off the bench. It's a tough wide. Hard to see from here. The ref was right on the blue line, so you think he's going to make the call. But then they just called a penalty, high sticking on Hudson. I think it was back in the play here. I'm trying to see who's in the box. I can't tell. But it was back in the play coming out of the zone. That's the ref blew it down on the whistle, and there's the call. Abe's on the power play.
Nash Attaway, number 8, gets the penalty. So Memorial on the power play. Abe's on the season were 26.6%. They were 1 for 3 on Tuesday night. Shot from distance. Not sure the goaltender pressure saw that one, but
It was a bly. If you're on a power play and you're shooting the puck, Seymour getting the shot off there, you can't get a shot block. That puck has to get through.
Abe's carrying up the far side. Diggins cancel out of the play. Going back there is bullets for the Raiders, and a hops the stick of Diggins comes all the way down. Madsen skating well out of his crease. He'll fire around the near side for Pancratz.
Diggins coming up the wall there. Schemberger got caught on the wall. They got to separate a little bit and find some spacing.
Seymour cross ice to Diggins. Mac Diggins will play it in deep. Raiders trying to get to the puck first. Abe's hold the zone for now. Pancratz pushes it deep. Here's Ottoman. Ottoman got that shot deflected. Diggins throws it back out to the point. Abe's with Seymour. Back to Diggins.
Hudson's
again.
pressuring very high. They don't want the two top guns getting shots off.
Pancratz cross ice. Diggins bouncing puck, throws it out front, deflected wide. Pancratz puts it on net. Pancratz able to hold the zone. Over to Diggins. Mac Diggins looks. Got it wide. Pancratz with time. Diggins takes a look, puts it down low, deflected. Ottoman knocked off the puck. Diggins then shot it wide. And we get a whistle.
Tough break there. The whistle, the net came off. Hudson ran into the Ottoman and Bolus got caught, and they both landed in front of the goalie and knocked the net off. That's too bad for the Abes because they had him. With having Pancratz and Diggins so wide and Seymour distributing left and right, that's putting a lot of pressure on Hudson's defensemen to defend, and they were gassed. They were falling over each other.
Abes win the face-off. Still some time on this power play for Memorial. Thrown down deep. Digging the puck out, Peyton Halls. Halls behind the net. Final seconds of the power play. Lossman gets it knocked away. Ooh, near breakaway that time for Mike Maurer. The pass was too far. Raiders back at full strength. Maurer comes around, shoots wide. He had Sprider parked on the far post.
He did. He was looking for a wraparound. If he'd had his head up, we would have had him wide open.
Abe's getting to neutralize Matt Wonky. Trying to get around a defender, but well played that time by Henry Steele.
So now we settle back in 5-on-5. Abe's kind of struggle a little helter-skelter early in the period. Let's see if they can settle down.
Madsen leaves it for his defenseman Carter Hayes. Near side Pancratz. Pokes it free to Diggins. Diggins will dump it in deep. Giving chase Wyatt Seymour. He'll get to the puck first. Puts it down low. Steele. It's knocked off the puck by Diggins. And then Steele takes it right back from Diggins. Tries to spin away from him. Abe's doing a good job on the pinch right here. Hudson now with DeStasio. Pass too far. And all the way down. It's icing on the Raiders. Whether you are buying or selling, turn to the Jesperson Group at C21 affiliated. They've got a pulse in the local real estate market, and they can help you with both existing homes and new builds. Plus, they can assist you through each step of the process, making the home buying and selling process simple, not stressful. That's what you get. Jesperson Group, C21 affiliated.
Good bounce back shift there by the Abes, Bob. A little pressure down with Hudson. Abes came back and had a nice grind shift. Offense was on face-off.
Here's a shot that goes wide. Abe's trying to dig the puck free down low. Swept around and picked up by the Raiders. They will rim it around with DeStasio. Now out of the zone. Abe's with Krischke pushing it forward. Picked up now. Here's DeStasio. Picked off his stick. Under 10.5 minutes to go, second period. Blake Ottoman for the Abes. Ottoman shoots! And they score!
Everything starts with a breakout, Bob. A great pass by Krischke up to Ottoman. Nice off the wall. Ottoman skates right into it. They had the 3-on-1. Thankfully, he scored, because if you don't make a pass and if you don't score on that, you 3-on-1. Move the puck, get the goalie moving. Maybe the goalie was anticipating, but as a snide, put it right underneath the crossbar. It's 2-0 Abes.
Blake Oneman with the goal, 2-0 Eau Claire Memorial. The 5 seed leading the 4 seed here in this WIAA Division I regional final. Winner moves on to the sectional next week.
Number 9, Blake Oneman. Assisted by number 16, Jaden Kruschke. Time to goal, 6:37.
So Oneman from Kruschke at 6:37 of the second. 2-0 Eau Claire Memorial. They have a 15-7 advantage in shots on goal.
Now, here's where you can't get into trouble. Abe's wingers are a little lazy, getting a little caught in between here, and Hudson's going to sit on that, and they're going to create turnovers off of this all day long.
Abe's controlling in their own zone. Pankratz through the neutral zone. Knocked off his stick. Klossman picks it up, plays it down deep. Going after it, Henry Steele. Puck hops his stick, and now we get a whistle behind the play.
He got caught on a little shit. Pankratz got in, Hull's got in, and a little offside, delayed offside. Puck's going to come outside the zone.
At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, whether you are a professional athlete, weekend warrior, or simply have an aching joint, rest assured that you will receive unsurpassed care delivered with compassion and respect. When you need it most, visit the sports medical experts at Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
This is the third time, Bob, Hudson's come back with Sprider, their top line, against Abe's third line with Hull's. But I tell you what, the Abe's young guys with Carnets, they're holding their own. They're not creating, but they're not giving up.
Schemberger trying to poke the puck free for the Abes. It's played down low. Mike Mauer's got it. Swept off his stick. A good play by Memorial. And now they move it ahead to Eric Karnitz. Karnitz tried to flip it in and hit one of the Abes on the bench, so we get a stoppage with 8:47 left. HS Fence specializes in chain link, vinyl, wood, and ornamental fencing. They have been providing commercial and residential fencing to the people of Wisconsin for the past 18 years. Contact them today in Fall Creek or at hsfencewi.com.
Raiders are coming back with Scar line, so that's their depth chart 2 versus 2 on the Abe's, Anko, Oneman, and Wonky.
Puck comes in on Madsen. He leaves it back there for Troutline. Cashin Troutline up the far side, off the skates of Wonky. Raiders poke it down deep. Lossman there for the A's. Sweeps it around, held in by the Raiders. And Attaway throws it out front. Now up high, the Raiders lose the puck there. Here comes Oneman again. Blake Oneman. Bouncing puck right out front. Trying to drive the net that time was Wyatt Senko.
Oneman had it. He looked to pass, and he got it off, and Saenko had a beautiful rebound opportunity.
Wonky down low. Trying to throw it out front. Raiders intercept. Now they look to skate out. On the far side. Throwing it in deep. And then a line change for the Raiders. Oneman pokes it free out of the zone. Raiders regroup. Busta throws it over to Bullis. Abe's will throw it down ice. That's going to be icing on Eau Claire Memorial, and it comes with 7:39 remaining in the second period. To cover your church, call the Dahlman Insurance Agency for a coverage analysis. Dahlman Insurance covers churches in Wisconsin with Hastings Insurance Company. Online at dahlmaninsurance.com. Dahlman Insurance, come for the rates, stay for the service.
Raiders coming back with their top line, Sprider, Mauer, and Mauer versus the Pankratz, Seymour, Diggins line.
Face-off win for the Raiders. Thrown down deep. Comes around the near side. Pankratz has it. Wanted to get it to Diggins. He was sandwiched in between a couple of defenders. Good glove work there by Pankratz. Seymour will play it across, but it hops the blue line. Abe's will need to regroup. Far side, here's Diggins. Flips it to Seymour. Seymour will dump in. After it, Busta. He'll throw it around, but not out. Held in on the near side by Hayes. Hayes down to Diggins. Diggins taken into the boards. Pankratz plays it low. Diggins gets the puck. Mac Diggins. Gabe Pankratz. Pankratz looks. That one hit traffic out front. Raiders wanted to get it to Will Mauer, but Good work over there by Schemberger to interrupt that breakout play by the Raiders. Foul-sized pass, hemmed in by the Raiders. Diggins trying to poke it free. Schemberger will move it back to Carter Hayes. Hayes, good pass to Pankratz. Here are the A's. There's a shot and they score! Peyton Holes makes it 3-0 Memorial.
I tell you what, it's, again, nothing in the zone, everything out. That time Pankratz gets the chip out, drives the blue line, cuts. Peyton Halls slides in behind him. Pankratz, peace of mind, drops it to Peyton Halls. He comes in, takes a quick shot. Just something to keep an eye on, Bob. That's 3 goals. All 3 goals have been top corner shots. Yeah, the scouting report, Hudson's goalie's going down. You got to get over the top, and they've all been intermediary shots. Top of the circles, between the hash marks and the face-off dots, and everything's going high, and they're going in.
Eau Claire Memorial leads Hudson 3-0. Raiders looking to respond. Abe's nearly had a breakout there. Pankratz and Hayes getting the assist on the Peyton Halls goal. Now the Raiders putting on all kinds of pressure. Under 6 minutes to go in the period. 1 goal in the first for Memorial, 2 here in the second. Abe's able to get it out of the zone. Oneman flips it to Karnitz. Karnitz around a defender. Karnitz throws it right out front. Oneman looking for the rebound. Pressure, able to steer it aside. Held in by Blake Oneman. He's got the first goal for the Abes. Quick shot. Pressure will hang on.
They had Oneman across the blue line. Had Diggins wide, he probably could have dished it over and let Pankratz carry through to the net for the shot rebound chance. Took the shot. I mean, he scored one earlier. He's going to take his shot. That one was low. That was easily saved by the goaltender on the glove.
I said Oneman had the first goal. What I meant was the first goal of this period.
In this period, yeah, correct.
Like how it covered?
Yes,
Okay.
That's why you're a wily veteran.
Years
Bob.
of, yeah, crafty. There's Diggins. Throws one through the blue paint. Abe's with Schemberger. Plays it down low. Diggins wanted to get it to Pankratz. Seymour will throw it out. Schemberger throws it back in. Now the Raiders looking to counter. Hudson wanted to get it near side to DiStasio. Pankratz intercepts. Off the far boards, Diggins. Matt Diggins around to check. Here comes Pankratz down the slot. Pankratz will curl in the corner. Seymour.
Penalty coming.
And we get a whistle and a penalty. And second penalty of the game. He's going to go again on the Hudson Raiders.
Yeah, I'll be curious. They're going to go 2. They're 2 minutes for kneeing. Diggins, as he was driving, Hudson's defenseman got his knee out and popped Diggins, and they're going to call that all day long. So last time the Abs were on the power play, they had Hudson moving. They had them stretched. The top line's gas, so they're coming out with Cienko, the second power play. This one here, if you're going to shoot the puck, it's got to get to the net. Otherwise, just play down low and let your top guys come out and try and finish.
Lossman plays it down low. Now back out to Lossman.
Abe's, you got to be careful here because you're down 3-0. Hudson needs a spark. A lot of times if things aren't going right, you get that penalty and you tell your penalty killers, we need a spark, go get one and go outwork them and go pressure.
Abe's have that second power play unit out there. Here's Mike Maurer. Maurer looking, Maurer behind the net, tries the wraparound, loose in the crease, and Everett Madsen able to cover up. To your point, Mike.
Exactly. You have to be extremely careful on that. Puck gets dumped out, make the simple play, go back, go behind the net, let everybody get to where they need to get to, and then come out as a unit. Thankfully, Madsen made the couple saves that he needed to make. Now you bring out your top unit, but it's not done yet. Hudson's going to pin their ears back. Last time they came out and pressured hard, and they got gassed. If I'm the Abes, get the puck in the zone, keep moving it between Diggins and Pankratz. If you don't have a shot, keep moving, get Hudson moving, and then beat him down low.
Pankratz will skate up. Gabe Pankratz going wide. Still with the puck. Throws it down low to Diggins. Back out to Pankratz. Shot deflected. Abe's trying to cycle it down low. Oneman has it. Throws it out. Diggins playing that right point. Up top, Seymour. Pankratz. There's the shot. Deflected high over the crossbar. Diggins with it. Gets it back. Abe's looking to cycle. Wanted that give and go.
Yeah, Oneman looked for Seymour. Pankratz was the guy that was coming over the top for that pass.
Pass intercepted at neutral ice by Steele of the Raiders. Down to the final 25 seconds of this Memorial man advantage.
Got a guy down on the ground, take advantage.
Diggins over to Pankratz. Gets on the brakes, takes a look. Pankratz going cross ice to Diggins. Diggins steers it to Seymour. Seymour shot deflected. Final seconds of this power play. Pankratz able to hold the zone. Sent in by Schemberger. Raiders flip it down ice. Man hops out of the box. Could have been an offside there. They play on, bouncing puck. Raiders trying to put some pressure off after that penalty kill. Here's Mike Mauer with it. Mauer shoots wide.
Abes are gassed here, Bob. They need a face-off. They need a whistle.
Centered out front, comes all the way up top. And a shot comes in, and a save by Evan Madsen. Good back and forth there by the Raiders, but the shot from Sprider winds up in the glove of Madsen.
Yeah, sorry, Bob. On that dump out here, the refs were all watching where the puck was coming from, and Hudson, I think it was Will Mauer, came off the bench, but he came off the bench over the blue line, so he was automatically put himself offside, but they turned and they didn't see him coming. That was at least 10 feet offside.
Raiders with some good zone time here. They'll work it cross ice. Bullis, check that bust up, puts it down low. Here's Willmauer behind the net. Knocked off his stick by Lossman. Abe's looking to clear, and they do with Karnitz. Karnitz flips it forward. Getting down there is Flannery. Abe's it. Lose it at neutral ice. Here's Will Mauer. Will Mauer spins. Cross ice to Mike Mauer. And the centering pass goes awry.
So that's a little bit of frustration settling in here with Hudson. Mauer comes in and stays. He's got a guy driving far post. Throw the puck on the pad, shoot for the rebound, maybe get a juicy chance to put a puck in the back of the net. Instead, he does a flip around and tries to force something that wasn't there.
Peyton Halls up the near boards to Blake Oneman. Loose at neutral ice, poked in by Matt Wonky. Minute 10 left, second period. Old Abe's on top, 3-0. Wonky getting the business down there. Up top, Kruschke. There's the shot. I think Wonky got a little piece of that.
He got a piece of a lot of things that shift, Bob. He got cross-check knocked over twice, got drilled from behind in front of the net, and got a tip on that rebound. That's a great shift by him, and it all starts again. First touch, get it up, chip it out, get over the top. You're slashing. Very impressed with what the Abes have been doing. I know Coach Schemberger's been trying to get this locked in for the last 2 months. Maybe it finally clicked in the last couple of days of practice because they look good.
Flipped out of the zone, race for the puck. Raiders trying to get there first. And they do with Adderhold, but the Abes get it right back. Now Diggins can't clear. Adderhold will throw it in deep. Schemberger will sweep it up the near boards. Pankratz pushes it out of the zone, sent right back in by the Raiders. Diggins with it. Abes will sweep it around. We're down to 25 seconds remaining in the period. Centering pass. That Raider forward went down deep below the net. Back in his own end now is Eric Palm. Lost the puck. Diggins trying to center, but we're down to the final 10 seconds here. And the Raiders come in offside, and to make matters worse for Raiders player Gwifrin Swarbrick, he's going to need a new stick.
Those are pretty cheap nowadays, Bob. It's dropping the bucket. What, that about $300 stick right there?
Yeah, you could pass the bucket around and have everybody kick in a little bit, and you could probably raise that money. 5.7 seconds remaining.
You're the Abes. All you want to do, Pankratz, you don't have to win it clean. You just can't lose it clean. Push it to the wall and battle on the wall.
Clean win for the Raiders. See if they can get a shot off here before time expires. Shot blocked by Schemberger, and that's how the period will end. A productive period for Eau Claire Memorial. They get a goal from Blake Oneman, and then another goal from Peyton Halls. And the Old Ames leading 3-0 heading into the third period, Mike.
All right, they're doing everything right. They had the first 2-3 shifts in the second period. They kind of ran around. Old Ames of old got caught low, and Hudson was able to cycle and get some chances. And then they settled in, got the chip outs, got the guys slashing over the top. Oneman with a huge goal to make it 2-0. And then a couple shifts later, then same thing, repeat, get the puck up and out. And Pankratz cuts across, drops it for Hulls, who quick rips it, same spot, up high, far corner, 3-0 Aves. Hudson had a couple chances, but Madsen was there to make the saves.
Mike and I will take an extended break. When we come back, we'll get you ready for period number 3 of this WIAA Division I Boys Hockey Regional Semifinal. After 2, Old Aves leading the Raiders 3-0. You're watching playoff hockey on Zaleski
At
Sports.
Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome to Bruce Orthodontics, where we provide comprehensive orthodontic care to patients of all ages. We are now accepting new patients, and we accept most insurances.
Orthodontics is much more than just a job to me. It is my passion and my life. What separates us from other orthodontists is constant continuing education for myself and my staff, compassion, and dedication. Here at Bruce Orthodontics, we change lives one smile at a time. I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile.
Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. the only water that comes with a van.
From humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now. The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown. And I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eclair.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Get more sales, more customers, more employees, more community support. Let Zaleski Sports help you today. Our advertising rates are less than what you have in your pocket now. People just like you watching this broadcast are your next customer or team member. Plus, you'll have the satisfaction of making sure that our light continues to shine on these student athletes. Use the phone in your hand. Email us now.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Welcome back to the Druiski Arena in Hudson, getting you set for third period action. WIAA Division I Boys Hockey Regional Finals. The 5-seed Eau Claire Memorial leading the 4-seed Hudson Raiders by a score of 3-0. One goal in the first off the stick of Gabe Pankratz. Abe's got Blake Ottoman, Peyton Hall's goals in the seconds for this 3-0 margin. Bob Bradovich, Mike Schwengler with you here from Hudson. And Mike, let's talk about what these teams have to do now. For Hudson, I think you're at that point. You got to start taking some chances. You got to start getting some pucks to the net and see if you can't bang one in and make this more of a hockey game.
Well, what you have to do is figure out a way where you can get control of the puck in the offensive zone if you're Hudson. The Abes have done a terrific job of getting the puck up and out, preventing the forecheck from happening. We talked in between. You're the Hudson Raiders. You practice pressure, pressure, pressure. You can't pressure when you can't get to the puck. So they have to ignite the offense from the back end here.
And for the old Abes, hey, you got a 3-0 lead, but it's far from over. What do the Abes have to do?
Well, keep it simple. The puck's got to get out. You can't give up any block shots and 0 odd man rushes. You have enough goals to win if the game ended. 3 guys back all the time. Get your pressure. You can do the 1-2-2, but you can also have 2 guys pressure the puck and make sure you have 3 guys back.
Poked away by the old Abes. Wyatt Seymour sends it in. Pressure directs it off to the side. Henry Steele will throw it behind the net. Up the near side, here's Will Maurer. Maurer taking a look. Ahead to Mike Maurer. Mike Maurer, the shot. Getting back on defense that time, Tucker Lossman.
And exactly that. Schemberger backs off, gives him a little bit of space. Maurer makes the chip to his brother who's slashing behind, but there's a defenseman there with back pressure from the forwards. Abe's look good. What they have to make sure they can't lose faceoffs clean, win the 50-50s, keep everything simple as they've done.
Face off in the Abe's zone, poked behind by Hayes. Now Kruschke will get it out of the zone and down, and that's going to be icing on the old Abe's. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you.
That one was a set play. That Abe's won the faceoff clean. Ottoman got caught in the wash, but he can't be lined up against Hudson Winger. That's the defenseman's job right there. Otherwise, he's going to get caught exactly right there all day long.
Abe's threw it behind Carter Hayes. Hayes trying to throw it out. Hudson is shot. And a glove save by Evan Madsen.
And that's a little too cute. That's exactly what you don't want to have happen. You have total control of the puck, and you're looking to make a long-distance pass, and it gets knocked down with a shot opportunity in front. Keep it simple. Chip it off the wall. It's worked for you. Don't change what's working.
Abe sweep it up the far side. Here's Pankratz. Pankratz will fire it under pressure, leaves the rebound. Diggins then chips it. Battle for the puck. That one didn't quite get there. Pushed wide that time by Caden Kruschke. Now out of the zone. Going back for it is Carter Hayes. Hudson putting some pressure on here. They gain possession on the forecheck, but it's intercepted by Seymour. Seymour will skate out to Pankratz. Raider falls down. Pankratz, potential 2-on-1 here. Shot right on. Pressure makes the save. Pankratz going tumbling into those end boards with Griffin Swarbrick.
Yeah, Gabe
that was more of just an accident.
Yeah.
Both guys just getting tangled up.
Yeah, shot, and they both ended up falling down over each other. Seymour, a great play. He had the puck inside the zone. 9 times out of 10, a high school kid's just going to look to get rid of that puck. He held poise. He looked for the open guy, got it up to Pankratz. I think Gabe, taking a look over there, he had Diggins going wide, throw it across the ice, make the goalie move, and get a shot.
23-15, shots on goal advantage for the Old Abes over the Raiders.
And Bob, I can't say enough about this third line. They are playing not in their own zone completely, and Hudson's throwing their top line at them more often than not.
Will Maurer trying to get wide, hemmed in by Schemberger. Puck poke free. Raiders grinding down low. Evan Madsen will cover up. Security Financial Bank, SFB. Whether you are starting a business, buying your first home, or saving for college, SFB has the bankers who believe in you. Learn more today at sfbank.com. Member FDIC.
Diggins, Seymour, and Pankratz get a quick blow. Now they're back out, matched up against Hudson's ones. The thirds are winning it for the A's. They're giving up nothing. They had some chances. Second line has had chances. They've scored a couple goals. And the first line, they're keeping Hudson. They can't get in the zone.
Another icing on the Old Abes that comes with 14:44 to go in this third period. Couple other scores for you, and a couple road teams, lower seeded teams on top right now. Chippewa Falls leading at Stevens Point 2-1. That's after 2. Superior at last check, this was after 1, leading at Wausau West 1-0. New Richmond after 2, leading DC Everest 3-1. Those are all Division I scores. Thrown behind the net, here's Schemberger. Exits the zone, picked up by Pankratz. Pankratz trying to drive the net, got it knocked away. Raiders will rim it around. Sprider pushes it ahead. Raiders trying to gain the zone. They do so, but get a man taken down, Eric Palm, and they score!
Yeah, they got caught. Abe's got caught there. Don't know if it was a penalty per se. He got hit, and he ended up turning on the hit and went face first into the glass, so they're going to call that. But the Abe's kind of fell asleep because Hudson's second guy, I think it was one of the Mauers that jumped on that puck and threw it out front, and Sprider was wide open all by himself. I was just getting ready to say, so impressed about the back pressure with the A's forwards, but that time they got a little lazy and they didn't come back hard, and it burned them 3-1.
You know, Mike, one of the things I wanted to ask you about, obviously conditioning is going to be very important. The first line of Seymour, Pankratz, and Diggins has seen a lot of ice time. How important, how do you have to, you know, play that? Obviously, those are your top guys. They're going to get ice time, but you can't keep them out there if the tank's empty.
Right, but they've played a lot all year long. So, I mean, the conditioning part, yes, it's a quicker pace, but they've been smart about getting pucks in and not going full speed with two guys after. One guy goes, the other guy backs up. Your Hudson, they've been riding their top line a lot more, I think, than the A's have, and the conditioning factor for them may not be the same.
His 15th goal of the season.
There's an interference call that got missed there.
Quickly back the other way, Blake Oneman looking to center on front, wanted to get it to Wonky, but he was hemmed in there by that Hudson defense and Spencer Bullis.
Zanko just got destroyed inside his own zone, and he wasn't within 15 feet of the puck. Refs missed the call on that one.
So a goal by Caden Sprider has the Raiders crowd energized. It's a 3-1 hockey game.
Abe's got caught on a bad change here.
Adderhold will play it down deep. Sprider, the goal scorer, trying to work it free. Schemberger lost his stick. He kicks it forward. Now the old Abe's able to clear.
Great dump out. Sorry, Bob. Great dump out by Hulls. No icing, gets it out and clear. Heads up play by the young freshman.
Steele moves it forward. Going after it now, Mike Maurer.
The Raiders, I mean, they're going to come back every other shift with this line. And they have to. I mean, they're the line that does a lot of their scoring. You got Steele back there. You got Palm out there. That's their 5 leading scorers. They're using them as a unit of 5. And if you're the Raiders, you got 12 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third period. You're down 2 goals. You can start to see a little bit here, right? You got 22. Sprider starting to lean over a little bit. Now they're going to make a change. You get some fresh legs out there. Steele's leaning over a little bit. Face-offs are huge. You don't have to win them, but you can't lose them clean.
Behind his own net, Troutline. Up the near side, here's Diggins. Pankratz shovels it near side. Mac Diggins skates after it. Well played that time by Steele, the defenseman.
Great bait. He uses his leverage, his great edges. That time he cut Diggins off perfectly. And that doesn't happen very often, Bob.
Oh, that's 2 good hockey players going at it right there. Steele with it. Taken into the boards by Diggins. Puck comes in on the goaltender, Madsen, who will cover up and make the save.
Now, I get why Evan made that cover up, but he had 3 guys back versus 1 guy pressuring. Normally, you want to move that puck so you don't have to take that in-zone face-off, but he saw that Pankratz was gassed. He saw that Diggins was kind of coming back slow, so he just decided to shut it down.
12:02 remaining in the third. 3-1 Memorial leading Hudson.
It doesn't look like Sprider's lines are coming high. They were off for 15 seconds. They're right back out there against their second, third line here.
Centering pass. Sprider had a stick on it momentarily. Here's Blake Oneman on the forecheck. Oneman has played with tremendous energy tonight.
He's been all over the ice, and he created that right there. If he can get into open ice, he can turn both these Hudson defensemen. Penalty coming on the A's.
Will Maurer shoots right on. Save by Madsen. Hudson has an extra attacker out there on this delayed penalty. We get a whistle with 11:29 remaining in the third.
Our spotting crew up here, Bob, tell me that Wonky got it for a slash coming out of the zone. So this is the first time we'll see the Hudson power play. The Abes have made a lot of hay killing penalties this year. They've gotten some shorthanded chances. They've scored some shorthanded goals. Hudson can't fall asleep on this. If you're the Abes, get it down. You're probably not pressuring right now. You see Pankratz is backing off. Normally he'd go, but he's going to save that fuel for the stretch drive here.
Raiders 22.2% during the regular season on the power play. Old Abe's penalty kill above 80%. Now we get another whistle.
The linesman was right on the line there. Steele, the puck kind of bounced funny in front of him, and he wasn't able to bring it in. Keep it in the zone. Faceoff comes outside. You got 20 seconds. You got a chance to get another change on Killers, change up front. Sticking with Lossman and Schemberger down low. Diggins and Seymour up front.
Just over a minute and a half to go in this Hudson man advantage. Good stick work there, Henry Steele. Throws it to the point. Mike, check that. Wilmauer wasn't quite in the right position there. Wilmauer skating up. Flips it in, gives chase. Wilmauer taking a look. Up top, Steele. Mike Mauer, Wilmauer. Cross to Steele. Mike Mauer. On the backhand, there's a shot. Hudson trying to generate chances. They hold the zone. Shot from distance goes wide by Steele.
Young defenseman Kruschke had the puck on a stick. A little bit of a panic. Throw it off the glass, get it out. Instead, he threw it right at Steele, and he knocked it down.
Mike Mauer the shot. That didn't get through. Hudson trying to sweep it out front. Now you got a Hudson player knocked down right in front of the net. We play on.
Wholesale change by both teams here. Pankratz back out with Karnitz. They're going to sit 3 guys back. What they're doing, Abe's are running a little sweep here. They're going to let Hudson attack, and then they're going to angle and try and cut things off.
Abe's able to fire it right back into the zone.
And Steele, sorry, Bob, Steele, he saw what was coming, and so he tried to do a misdirection. Problem was his guy wasn't ready for the pass.
Brooks Adderhold. Pulled over on the far side. Centering pass. Goes just awry. Memorial back to full strength. It's still keeping the pressure on here as we're just over 9 minutes to go in the third period. Evan Madsen will cover up and we'll get the whistle. 9:14 remaining
So
in the third.
No time for those lazy little passes, right? We haven't seen it all game. That one, Lossman got a little bit lazy, a little nonchalant, tried to chip it out. You got to put more muster on it. Pucks have to get outside the blue line. What I would tell my guys when we game situations like this, I don't care if you have to crawl to get it outside the blue line. The puck gets outside the blue line. Then you battle to get it over the red line. Then you battle to get the puck in deep. Hudson coming back with a line change, being that they have last change. Get some fresh legs out there. Let their top line get rested for the next shift.
Kind of a combo third, fourth line out there for the Raiders. Blake Oneman skates out for the Apes. Puts it into the zone, but he had a couple teammates across the blue line, so offside on the Apes. 9:05 remaining in the third.
Again, face-offs are huge. You don't really have to have a set face-off play here if you're the Apes. Again, you win it to the wall, make it a 50-50. You just can't lose it clean.
Flip back in the old Abe's zone, going back for it, Kruschke. Goes behind the net, swept around by Carter Hayes. Abe's exit the zone. Picked off by the Raiders at neutral ice, and they put it back in the Memorial end. Abe steered up the far boards. Oneman will dump in.
Short, quick changes here by the Abes.
Wyatt Cinco on the forecheck there for Memorial. Hudson gets it out of the zone now. Here's an opportunity. Henry Coleman, but well played that time by Diggins. Diggins stretch pass, Pankratz. Pankratz will curl, wait for reinforcements. Matt Diggins now. Trying to steer it down low, taken away by Swarbrick of the Raiders. Swarbrick trying to get wide. Well played that time by Lossman. And then Pankratz helps to finish off that check. Pankratz fires, and a big save there by goaltender Owen Plesher.
Diggins has done so many good things all year long for the Abes. What he wanted to do on the wall, he got the puck wide. He wanted to draw the pressure and battle on the wall. The problem was he lost the puck, and you lose the puck, you lose it at the top of the circles. Thankfully, the Abes have kept the third guy high the whole game. Hudson came out, and it was a 3-on-3. Otherwise, that's a turnover that typically ends up in the back of your net. Just keep it simple. Get the puck. If you don't have a shot, get the puck below the goal line. Make the other team go 200 feet against your stretch and press.
Peyton Hall's on the draw for the Abes. It's won by the Raiders. Eric Palm will skate out. Stretch pass. Got through Mike Maurer, and it's icing on the Raiders.
All comes down to face-offs here. You got a veteran, well, I shouldn't say a veteran, but Sprider, he's done a nice job on face-offs. Now you see there's a switch here. Abes are going to go with Flannery because Hulls is getting beat a little bit on these draws. And there's a perfect 50-50.
Raiders work it to Mike Maurer. He'll sweep it into the zone. Schemberger. A Hudson player. A couple guys flipped up in the air. Now here comes Karnitz. Eric Karnitz. Eric Karnitz shoots!
Hit the crossbar, Bob. So close. He got it up high, elevated the puck, hit the crossbar, and out.
Karnitz is not the fastest skater, Mike, but he's really solid on his skates.
But it's a chip, right? Again, he chipped it out. He went, made the defenseman turn his feet, go find it, and he beat him to the puck.
Raiders dump in with Eric Palm. He'll head off with a change. Hahnemann can't quite clear the zone. Abes do get it out. And now here comes Senko. Sticked into the zone by Hahnemann. Under 7 minutes to go, third period. Memorial leading Hudson 3-1.
Hudson is yet to figure it out. They're trying to fly guys. They're trying to stretch guys. Right? Senko's putting on a clinic on one guy pressuring the puck.
Oh, here's Wonky on the steal. Great forechecking by the old Abes, and then the Raiders will fire it into their own bench and get a stop at 6:35 remaining.
You know, a lot of people talk about skill and talent and size and skateability and whatnot. You have brains. You got a place to play in the game. And Senko, this is 2 shifts in a row. He's stopped on puck. Steele is a dynamite defenseman. He's one of the best in the state, if not the best. He's doing cuts and curls trying to get away from him. Senko, all he does is stop. Got in front of him, and waited for help.
Pankratz plays it down to Seymour. Abes content to just let time tick away here. Diggins trying to knock the puck free. Comes out to the point. Here's Lossman. That shot hit a Raider skate. Hudson now in transition. Here's Adderhold. Brooks Adderhold. Cancel out of the play. Raiders trying to center it, and they do right through the crease. And now we get a penalty. That's going to be a penalty on the Hudson Raiders. And we get a stoppage with 5:56 remaining. And for the third time this game, Mike, the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes will go on the power play.
Frustration penalty there. Puck went behind the net in the scrum when it popped out to Diggins, and he took off. Adderhold threw a cross-check into Seymour and knocked him down. The ref was right there. Abes have the power play, 6 minutes-ish left in the third, 3-1 lead. If you're the Abes right now, yes, you're hoping to find a place to get a shot and score. But what you don't want to do is give up any turnovers. Run your set plays. The first one, they ran it really well. The second one is kind of Again, make Hudson go left and right. Let Diggins and Pankratz stay out. Just keep moving it. Find the open guy and get the shot off.
Diggins tripped up, and they play on.
Could have been a call right there. Yeah, just move it around. Move it left, move it right.
Shot from up top by Wyatt Seymour, and goaltender Owen Pressure covers up.
And there's nothing wrong with Seymour right there. He's the open guy. Yes, Diggins was open on the flank, but Seymour had it. He's sitting dead red. He's shooting through 2 screens of old Abes and a Hudson defenseman. Just Schemberger and Hahnemann, one of them's got to get a stick on that puck.
Pankratz to take the draw for the Abes. He wins it.
Big win.
Pankratz gets it back across to Diggins.
So no reason to force that. Throw it out to Seymour and run your set.
Seymour up top. Now Diggins. Down low on him then. Diggins. Oh, and a glove save. Owen Pressure. Again, they're trying to pick a corner.
Yeah, good give and go there. Hudson's going to come out that hard. Diggins, they got lucky. It went off a stick, but they made that pack. Quick give and go down low on him and hit Diggins. He had it. He was at a wire top corner glove side, and Pressure was able to make the save.
Off the face-off. Still more than a minute to go in this Memorial man advantage. Hahnemann from a sharp angle and pressure with the save. 1:02 now remaining in the Memorial power play.
And again, nothing. Again, you're trying to score, right? But you're not going to force things. There's nothing forced here. Get shots to the net. Maybe you get a juicy rebound and bang one in. You got your guys back. You're not letting Hudson try and get out and press.
Schemberger wins the draw. Out to Seymour. Diggins. Ottoman. Diggins. Diggins pushed it just wide.
He had a nice little move in front, left to right, had it slid underneath Missinette.
Pankratz taken down on the far side. A lot of folks thought that would be a penalty. And now we get a whistle and a hooking penalty. It's going to be called on the Hudson Raiders.
He might get him for 2. Hooking for Maurer, and then as he came up, he threw a punch and punched Seymour in the back of the head. I'd be surprised if they don't give him a double minor here.
So Hudson, 2 men short for the next 32 seconds.
Abe's are going to come out with their second unit. I would assume Coach Schemberger and McCabe are going to be talking to these guys. Don't force anything. Play down low. Run your give and goes. If you get the puck up to Lossman or Hayes, no block shots. Nothing wrong with throwing it down low in the corner.
Senko to take the draw for the Abes.
You got a stoppage here. I'm wondering if the Raiders didn't give him a double minor here. Okay, they're going 4. Yeah, they gave him 4.
Charlie Singerhouse, the Raiders head coach, wants an explanation.
Yeah, he gave him 4. He was sitting. I don't know if he's looking for getting the guy in the box. If they're going to go 2 individual penalties, so I believe they're going to have to put a guy in the box because he can't come out, even though he's a 2 and a 2. He can't come out. If they gave him 4, a double minor for 1 penalty, then he's in there for the 4. But definite trip here, got the call, and then as they got up, he threw a punch and punched Seymour in the back of the head, and that was the extra 2. Yeah, the timer, they pulled the time off that penalty, so I think they're redoing it. That's the only, I assume, and I saw the ref come over, and he's, 4, yeah. So the Raiders are going to be shorthanded for the rest of the game. If you're the Old Abes, you have enough to win. There's 4.5 minutes left, no block shots, everything deep. Push the puck, play it around the boards, keep everything down low, no block shots.
Abes win the draw, out to the point. Here's Lossman. Lossman takes a look. Tucker Lossman shoots. Just wide. Seiko. Up top. Lossman has it. Back to Seiko. Wonky. Feeds it up top. Shot from Carter Hayes. Karam's down ice. Final seconds of the first Hudson penalty. And they'll get Brooks Adderhold back on the ice. He'll come off. So now we've got 5-on-4. Matt Wonky now with it. Wonky takes a look.
Stay down low. Nice play by Wonky. No turnover on the puck. But more importantly here, Bob, you're letting your horses get an extended breather.
Raiders trying to cycle the puck. They throw it out front. Hayes was there for the Abes. They flip it down ice. Now Diggins getting there first for the Abes. Drop pass. Ooh, there's a blast. Good looking shot by Schemberger.
Schemberger had it. Yeah, nice blocker save by Preischer.
Raiders able to get it out of the zone. Pankratz will chip it back in. Old Abes will touch up. We've got just over 3 minutes remaining in this third period.
They could have called a too many men penalty there. Raider guy coming off, and they threw the puck right at him. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left. Abe's still on the power play. No real sense of urgency, nor should there be. They want to get the puck in deep and play down low.
Diggins will take it down low, shoots high.
He had it. Pressure went down, and he started to cheat a little bit. Diggins went high. He just missed it. He had that top corner.
Mac Diggins will take his time. Seymour will skate out. Back to Diggins. Diggins crisscrosses up high. Schemberger, rebound on him in. Puts it on net. Pressure makes the save.
They're going to make a change. I was kind of curious to see if they were going to make a change here or not, and they chose not to. They're going to bring their second unit. You know what? Why not? They had a good power play to start off this. They moved the puck around. They kept it simple. Got it in deep. Little change on defense here. Kruschke's out here with Lossman.
Minute 54 to go in the man advantage for Memorial. We got 2:15 remaining in the period. Hudson trying to win a puck battle, but the Abes strong with the stick. And it's swept in by Senko.
One guy in, one guy coming to press, third guy high.
Raiders able to clear, but we're under 2 minutes to go in this third period.
And you're letting your top line get much needed breather.
Taken away by the Raiders. Up the far side and unable to hold the zone is Will Maurer. He'll work it back to Bullis. Chipped into the zone, bouncing puck. Raiders sweep it up high. Here's an opportunity for Hudson, but that one didn't get to the net. Good work by Sprider. Abe's able to clear. It goes all the way down. It's going to be icing on Eau Claire Memorial. And I think all things considered, the Abes will take that. There's only a minute 18 to go in this third period.
Yeah, Karnitz had the puck on the wall. He chipped it out, and a little overskate there, and Lossman just made a simple decision. You never yell at a kid for icing the puck if you don't have anything. He didn't try to ice it. He tried to throw a bounce pass off the wall, and it just caromed, and it got down over the line. So you got a minute 18. You got the top line on your team, the line that's carried you. I think Hudson's probably going to call timeout. So there's a pretty good chance goaltenders coming out of the net. They're going to draw up their play that they've ran all summer long, or sorry, all winter long.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted local affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
They're going to have you. They pull the goalie. It's going to be 5-on-5 here. I can't imagine they won't pull the goalie. Maybe they bring him up to the top of the circles. If they lose the draw, then he backs in. But if they win the draw, so that's good news for the Abes. If they do it, the face-off here is huge. If Pankratz is your guy that's been winning the draw, he's got to win the puck. Again, win it to the wall. You can't lose it clean. Now you have possession. You can run a quick chip out. Puck's on the strong side. Pankratz, that's his side. He's won his face-offs over there. When they switch, somebody else takes the draw. Exciting times here, Bob.
Oh, I tell you, Mike, this has been a good one. And
goaltenders out of the net, so they're going 5-on-5, 51 seconds. I'm not very good with math, so when he comes out, how much time is going to be left?
Yeah, it'll be 21 seconds.
21 seconds, so Abe's here, can chip it out. I've never minded being a situation like this. You got to gain the red line. Gain the red line, you never know. But again, win the face-off, make it a 50-50, chip it back, get the puck outside the blue, get it to the red, and then take your chance. Unless you're an amazing shooter from the top of the circles and you shoot it down the ice. But most of the time, that's an extra face-off you don't want to have to win.
Puck along the boards. Chipped into the corner. Schemberger has some time and space. He'll throw it back the far side for Pankratz, who just pushes it back to Lossman. Under a minute to go, third period. Memorial 3, Hudson 1. Winner moves on to the sectional. Pankratz wanted to golf it out of the zone, is held in by the Raiders.
That's where the bench has to let him know that he's got plenty of time.
Hudson with the extra attacker out there, although there's still a man short on the power play. Puck flipped out of the zone. It's not deep enough for icing. Steele wins the race to the puck. Hassled by Diggins. Steele getting wide. Steele puts on the brakes. Under 30 seconds to go. Raiders at full strength. 6-on-5. Shot from a sharp angle. Madsen may have gotten a piece out of it. Time running it on the Raiders.
Yeah, pin your guy right here. You got him on the wall, pin it on the wall, chip it off the glass.
Abe's gained control. And then the old Abe's.
Yeah, Seymour had time. He was looking to flip it out, and he took too much time, and he got knocked over. That, just chip it off the glass. Even if it's an icing, that's an extra 4 seconds off the clock here.
8.9 seconds remaining.
Raiders are going to stack. They're going to bring one guy on the side. They're going to stack 3. 1, 2, 3. Well, they're not sure what to do, and they don't have a timeout. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys out on the ice.
Abe's fans are feeling it. You know, the coaches want all zeros on the clock before they can start celebrating.
Big face-off by Seymour.
Abe's able to clear the puck all the way down, and we'll get an icing with, I think they're going to put some more time back on the clock.
I'd say probably 2 seconds, 2.1 maybe. And tough to score 2 goals in 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, the math not in the favor of Hudson Raiders here. The old Abe's bench is ready to explode along with your cheering section. Two seconds on the clock. Puck is dropped, and that is it. Eau Claire Memorial wins the regional and will advance to the sectionals next week. Old Abe's, the 5 seed, knocking off the Hudson Raiders by a score of 3-1. Mike, suffice it to say, the Abe's are going to leave this building a lot happier than they did several weeks ago when they were on the short end of a 12-0 score.
I tell you what, Jeff was my assistant for a long, long time. There's nobody happy in this arena or anywhere in Old Abe country than me for him. What a great coaching job. He had these kids ready to go. Changed a lot of things midstream to make his team better, and his kids performed. They played outstanding tonight. They did everything simple, everything right. They got some bounces, and they capitalized on chances. We talked in the pregame. And it verbatim. They got their chances. They capitalized when they needed to. And they shut Hudson down the whole game, really. I mean, Hudson didn't have one shift where they dominated shot, rebound, pucks to the corner, get the puck back to the point, shot, rebound, fancy play out front. The Abes were there. They defended the puck, played on the defensive side, and they got a huge win. They're in the sectional semifinals, Bob.
You know, Mike, on the drive over, we talked, and pretty much with every Memorial game, they got to have 7 and 10 step up, and both of those guys played really well. But the second line, Stanko, Ottoman, Wonky, the third line, Halls, Karnitz, Flannery, those guys were all solid. The defensemen were good. Schemberger, Lossman, Hayes, Troutline, Truschke when he had his time. Total team effort for the Old A's.
That's when you can jump into the crowd and bang on the glass. A big win like that on a tough opponent, the Hudson Raiders, celebrating on their ice. 2 storied teams in the state, 2 great programs. It was a great hockey game. We knew it was going to be. Obviously, we didn't know what the outcome was going to be, but the Raiders had a heck of a season. They got a lot of good young talent on this team. They'll be back. The coaching staff did a great job with these kids. Coach Schemberger and his staff, outstanding. 2 weeks ago, there's not one person in this arena that would say this was going to be the outcome, but 2 weeks is a long time when you can prep and prepare and get things dialed in, and your kids believe in what you're preaching. You can do a lot of amazing things, and when you don't care who gets the credit and everybody's going the same way, it's an amazing thing what can happen, and I can't say enough about their effort tonight. From top to bottom. Memorial's second line out-battled Hudson's second line. Memorial's third line out-battled Hudson's sometimes first and second line. And those 2 lines won the game for Memorial today. Diggins, yes, was great. Pancrat's great. They always are great. But their defensemen, this is the best I've seen them play all year long. They were smart, steady, simple. They got pucks out. They blocked shots. They got in front of pucks with sticks, bodies, and they played tremendous. It was a tremendous hockey game for the Abes, and well done.
So Memorial moves on to next week's sectionals. Who they will play to be determined. But for right now, the Old A's can be awfully happy. Credit to the Hudson Raiders, as Mike, as you said, an outstanding season, but it ends in a tough fashion tonight at home. They finish 15-9-0. Eau Claire Memorial improves to 15-9-2. Stevens Point, the number 1 seed in this section, trailing at home to Chippewa Falls 2-1 with about 7 minutes remaining in the third period of that one. Whoever wins that game over at KB Willett Arena in Stevens Point will take on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abe's next week. Coming up next, the postgame show brought to you by Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Rely on the experience of our sports medicine team when you have any sports-related injury or issue. You can count on a prompt, proper diagnosis and a customized treatment plan to meet your goals. Their orthopedic surgeons and our athletic trainers serve your athlete in Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, in western Wisconsin. That is coming up next. You have been watching WIAA playoff hockey on Zaleski Sports.
Hip impingement and hip labral tears are common causes of hip and groin pain and are often the result of repetitive use from crouching sports or trauma. Today, we are visiting Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Dr. Carlson, a partner with Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, is in the forefront of using a newer procedure called hip arthroscopy, which allows minimally invasive access to a joint and treatments to problems never addressed before. Using hip arthroscopy, Dr. Carlson is able to repair tissue without dislocating the hip and without replacing it.
Hip arthroscopy is where a surgeon takes a camera on the end of a long wand, which we call a scope, and through a small poke hole incision in your skin, delivers that scope into a joint. In this particular case, we're talking about hip arthroscopy, where that scope would be put in the hip joint. The hip joint first has to be dislocated or the ball and socket pulled apart. When that's pulled apart, we can access the joint and look around and do the work we're talking about doing. Once inside the joint, through other portals, we call them, those poke holes that we use to access the joint, we can use other instruments, again on the end of a long wand, to perform the work inside the joint. Things like repairing the cartilage rim of the socket, called a labrum, fixing cartilage defects or problems on the head of the ball or the lining of the socket, repairing tissue around the hip, such as ligaments or capsule, repairing tendons that attach to the hip, or releasing them if need be, depending on the particular problem.
Dr. Carlson's goal is to eliminate.
Hey, it doesn't matter what you did against Chippewa before, the next one's the real important one.
Right. It's kind of, we're taking it just one game at a time right now, one period at a time, one game at a time, so that the kids have done a real nice job of that, and we're going to try and 3:45 tomorrow, back on the ice, we'll start talking about that again.
Enjoy this ride home.
Thank you, we will.
All right, let's bring in a couple of the players here. Let's start with Eric Karnitz. Eric, same kind of thing. You guys, when you left this building a couple weeks ago, that couldn't have been a good ride home. That had to have been some soul searching. But what did the team do at that point to just say, look, we're better than that. Here's what we need to do. Let's just get after it.
We kind of just, we kind of put it behind us, took the good, left the bad, and that was kind of it, to come back here and do this.
You guys, it seemed like you set the tone early on. You were making simple plays. You were getting the breakout. But once you got that first goal, how much did that raise the confidence of everybody?
Oh, that raised it so much because then we have momentum going in, and then to get 2 in the second, and it just all piles over itself.
Like I asked Coach, hey, this is a good feeling now, but back to work tomorrow, right?
Yep.
All right, Evan Madsen, let's bring you in here, the goaltender. Same kind of thing. You had to kind of hit the reset button after the last time you were here. But from that game, it just seems you guys have really dialed in. From your perspective in the net, what are you seeing? What are these guys doing well?
I think the captains have shown a lot of leadership and gave everybody a lot of motivation to keep going.
You know, Coach McCabe was saying, you know, Hobbs hasn't had a playoff game where it's packed to the rafters and the place is buzzing. You're going to get that next week. What's going to be important for the Old Abes to get ready for Chippewa? You know they're going to bring their fans. You know they're going to be amped up. They just knocked off the #1 team in the state. So what do you guys have to do between now and then?
I think we just got to prepare ourselves for anything. Just keep going. I mean, just got to keep pushing forward and analyze Chippewa.
You've been preparing yourselves to be in the Zaleski Sports Highlight House. So, Mr. Karnitz, I'm going to give you the microphone.
Thank you.
As soon as Dominic gives you the thumbs up, you guys can take it away.
All right. I'm Eric Karnitz.
And I'm Evan Madsen.
And we're in the house.
Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you guys next week. So that's going to do it for our